Okay, let's look at a few short videos. The bull's head, Aleph, represents God the Father, and 1,000, home, Bet, represents Abraham's home. The third letter represents what Abraham was doing on earth. Gimel is a running camel. Back then, Abraham rode a camel on earth, tirelessly working for God's kingdom. This is the importance of the third letter. It corresponds to the English letter G. Back then, Abraham waited until he was 99 years old, but still didn't have the promised son. So God told him that he would have a son when he was 100. He no longer believed in his heart and laughed, but his hands and feet still followed God's command. This is where God saw righteousness. In Eastern thought, belief isn't judged by words or heart, but by actions. So when Abraham immediately obeyed God's command, circumcising his entire family and enduring the pain of circumcision, he went to receive passing travelers, unintentionally receiving angels. While chasing the calf that had entertained the angels, God showed Abraham the cave where Adam and Eve were buried. Ultimately, 3 generations of his pious family were buried in that cave. Enoch, as Adam's son-in-law, along with his son Methuselah and Adam's 2 sons, buried Adam and Eve in that cave. Later, in the generation of Abraham's old steward, Enoch buried Sarai and Abraham in the cave. Therefore, when Enoch, in the last days of the world, stood in that cave, he instantly understood that he was Enoch, the old servant returning to his old master. All of this is thanks to Abraham's teachings and exemplary conduct. Abraham, the first Hebrew, whose name signifies those who crossed 2 rivers, meant that to return to the Garden of Eden, one had to cross 3 rivers. Refer to Enoch's commentary. The next 6 years were the time to cross the 3rd river, the river of blood from the serpent's belly. If one did not leave one's father's house and be alone in the wilderness like Abraham, one could not enter the ark. This was something everyone had to do, and it also represents the camel, leaving one's father's house and the people. Did you know? Simply leaving one's father's house is not enough. One must also fight like David to finally emerge from the serpent's belly. Therefore, the next letter is related to David, to battle, and to opening a door in the serpent's belly.